Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It has been a while, but the new season of Divinity has just dropped and I'm obligated to upload a video because, well, new season and all. There's a lot I need to catch you guys up on. But first, a quick word from our sponsor of today's video. Huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video, AU Energy. AU is a clean and healthy energy drink formula similar to Gamer Supps and G Fuel, but better. AU uses a certain blend that is packed with nutrients, vitamins, and essential goodness for your body. It keeps you active and energized whilst you're gaming, working out, or doing what you do. AU is a genderless, crash-free formula designed to keep you going for up to 6 hours without any of the nasty side effects such as crashes, heart palpitations, chest pains, sweats, and so on. AU has been a sponsor of my channel and my Twitch for some time now. Don't forget to check out Twitch, twitch.tv/games. AU is an amazing brand. Being a partner with them is awesome. They just dropped a new flavor called Rainbow, and I got my first tub of it delivered today, and I can say for a fact it is even better than the original Dragonade flavor. Be sure to check out AU at w.gg. Use code LBGames for 10% off your order, and don't forget to add in your order notes free hydro to receive a free tub of your choice of the new hydration range, which is caffeine free but still is packed with that amazing goodness and flavors that all energized AU drinks have. Be sure to check out AU, and a huge thank you to them for sponsoring this channel. Now, back to the video. Okay, gamers, it has been a while since I've uploaded on YouTube, especially a Divinity video. Main reason for this is I've been turned into a streamer. I've been streaming on Twitch a lot more than I have been recording videos. So there is a lot to catch you guys up on YouTube on. First things first, if we come over here to the crates, we'll notice there's only two crates now. There's the winter crate and the cough crate. The cough crate you get from winning cough. There's Ninja. And the winter crate you could buy through the store, or you can win them from the cough crate. And if we go credit shop here, we'll also see that they've removed all ranks except for the divine rank. This is to make it so there's no more free ranks and to make it sort of fair for more people. And yeah, and now they've also made it so that elytras aren't a rare item anymore. You can get them from the starter kit, you can get them from pretty much any kit that they offer. You can get them out of the crates, and there is certain enchantments that you can get on certain elytras out of certain crates that make them better. Like this one only has mending, but in the divine kit you get mending and unbreaking free, so you pretty much get max elytra for completely free, as long as you have the divine rank. They've also added new stuff to the shop. If we go to the shop now, we can actually buy enchanted books now. We come to gear, we can buy max gear. So if you ever break your gear, or like me and don't have a pickaxe, you can just buy one from the store. You can buy max shields, stuff like that. They've added all the armor trims to the shop. They've added heaps more blocks. If we come over to food, we have every basic food option now. Previously we didn't have baked potatoes, but now we do. And they've also added hoppers and tridents to the miscellaneous shop. So they've basically, this new season was just an improvement. They've basically improved the combat system, added a few new plugins, like they added a new RTP plugin, they added a new Teams plugin, etc. And they also added this feature, they added Jules feature, which I've already done twice and, well, lost twice. And it's no keeper inventory as well, so it's an authentic duel. And it's a good way to get gear if you're good at PvP, or if you're good at macing especially, or even crystal PvP. Jules is for you. But in today's video, the season only dropped about 6 hours ago. So in today's video, I just want to find a base, set it up, get some gens going, and start making some money, and so on. They also added this new auto sell command, so you can sit at your gen collection zone. You don't have to have hoppers with chests set up anymore. You could just sit and it'll automatically sell for you. It's really good for when you're AFKing, like if you AFK on the server overnight. If we look at Bell Top, we can see at the moment, top person only has 5 billion. By the end of today's video, I want to try and be in the top 10 on the Bell. So, without further ado, let's get into the base hunting. Okay, so I've just RTP'd. And what I'm going to do, go F3. I want to try and get as close to world border as possible. So I think my best bet is going to be going straight in this direction. And we want to try and build our base in an entire chunk this season. That's why I've got chunks turned on. Because I noticed last season that a way to prevent lag on the server is to lower your render distance to 2 chunks. And last season, I had an issue where my gens weren't dropping because they're in a separate chunk and I had my render distance down to prevent lag when AFK. So this time we're going to try and build our base within 1 chunk so all our gens are constantly generating. Or maybe I'll look into see if my FPS will still be fine with my render distance up a bit higher. This season as well, they've made it so there's only a world border of 25,000 by 25,000 rather than having an infinite world border like it was last season. Last season I built my base about 8 million blocks out. The reason the world border has shrunk is so that there's more sort of combat, more base raiding, sort of turning the server into something a bit like the Donut SMP. But yeah, so for now I'm going to try and go as close to world border as I can. Ideally I want to keep my strat the same, build my base under an ocean or a river, because not many people will be hunting for bases then. And if we look at the tab list, we see Froggy is very, very good at base hunting and PvP. We do not want him finding our base, because we will lose everything. So for now, I'm just going to fly around, if I've got enough rockets I do, and just keep hunting for more bases. I've also just realized I don't have a pickaxe, so I'm going to have to craft one real quick. Okay, so I'm about halfway to how far out I want to be, but I've obviously haven't got any money at all, so I'm just going to quickly go to the credit shop, buy just 3 of these, place them down here for a moment, so they summon a few end stone. We go /sell, see, easy 2 mil. We're going to go PZ1, chuck these in our vault in case we get killed along the way. So I've got enough money to then go to shop, buy a max pickaxe real quick. That was a crazy voice crack. And now I've got everything I need to continue hunting for a base. I've also decided I'm not going to go right to world border, because that's probably where most people will be checking for bases, because I dare say most people are going to build their bases at world border. So I'm going to probably build mine under an ocean or a river, kind of like here. Not here, obviously, but about 10,000, maybe 15,000 blocks out. Because if I do it at world border, I run the risk of everyone flying along the borders. And there is people, not going to say names because I don't want to get people banned, but I do know there's people who use worst client and use the base hunter system, and they use chest ESP to find bases, and it is against the rules of the server, so that's why I'm not name dropping in case server admins watch this video. but I don't want to run the risk of getting my base found out too early in the game. If it's a bit later on and I have some money behind me, it's fine. But earlier on, it's not good getting your base found. You've got to start from rock bottom again. So I'm going to keep on flying until I find a decent spot, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I've dug out a little area to start the base. This is where our base will be. I've put a chest down, you know, all the basic stuff. And I think I'm going to make the main area of the base probably 10 by 10. And then I'm going to set the gen dropping area, probably this corner, and do the water columns in each 4 directions. Build them up and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Because last season, me and my teammates had this really good tower design, but it was a lot easier to build a big tower. If you guys are from the Twitch, you know what I'm talking about. It's a lot easier last season because the world border wasn't as small as it is this season. So for now, I'm going to dig out the base. Probably going to build it out of either polished deep slate or deep slate bricks, or I might even do a lighter block theme this season. I haven't quite decided yet, but either way, I'm going to use glowstone for the lighting, all the usual stuff, and hopefully, our base doesn't get found this season. Because if it does, I might honestly cry, especially this early on. Okay, so I've dug out the floor, the walls, and the roof. And this season I'm gonna go for kind of like an orangey reddish theme. So for the walls, we're gonna use granite. Then for the floor, I'm gonna use these mud bricks. Then for the roof, I'm gonna use red sandstone. It's a bit different, I know, but I haven't really done any other base theme on this server other than dark. I was gonna do like a white kind of light theme with like concrete and quartz and stuff, but that involves going to the Nether and getting quartz and stuff, and I don't have time for that. I need to get this base set up so I can start making money if I'm gonna reach Bell Top this season. So I'm gonna do this all up, build a staircase down here, build a nice looking staircase going down, and that will lead to our gen collection area. And then I'm going to do like I said, I'm going to dig out the gen areas in all four directions. So this way, that way, that way, that way, and make them 7 wides. That should give us enough room for 4.5 stacks of generators, which is plenty for now. So as for now, I'm going to finish this off, dig the staircase, then start digging out the gen areas. Placed all the blocks. I'm liking how this is looking. I should have made the roof 1 block higher, but it's not too big of a deal. And then I need to find... It's 7, so I'm gonna have to do a 3 block staircase. No, that's uneven. Oh, this is annoying, man. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that works actually. So we're going to build a staircase going down. I'm only going to go down a little bit. Just enough so that the gen areas don't interfere with the main base. And I was going to check chunks, but I'm not doing that on recording. I will get this base rated. And we're going to dig down, dig out our gen areas, place all the water, and then start putting gens down. I've obviously got 60k credits, so I can buy... I'm probably going to buy about 10 more max gens, and I'm going to load up on gen slots whilst I have credits. Because having the max gens this early on is a big bonus, especially because I'm one of the main people who spend the most amount of money on the server. Spending that IRL money allows me to have as many max gens as I really want. And the fact that Endstone sells for about $1 mil each, that should mean that it should only take me about 5-10 minutes to get 1 billion. And if we look at Battle Top real quick, we can see Frantic is number 1 with 5 billion, so we should overpass him by the end of this episode, hopefully. But for now, I'm going to continue digging this staircase out, dig out the gen areas. I'm also thinking, for down here in the gen areas, I'm not going to theme it like the base. I'll make that area dark, mainly because I just prefer the gen area to be dark. And the darker blocks are a lot cheaper, especially the deep slakes can get it for free, than sandstone and stuff. Not that money's a problem. It'll just save me some money and help me reach my goal of Bell Top. So anyway, I'm going to go to digging this out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so I actually went AFK for about 10 real life minutes, and just from these 3 gens in 10 minutes, I made about 400 million, as you see on the right side of the screen. So, by my estimation, if I have about 12 of these max level gens going at once, I should be able to make 1 billion every 20 or so minutes, which means in about an hour, or two, I should reach bell top. Just like that. I'm already pretty high just from having 400 mil. I'm already 6 just from having, well, scratch that. I'm 4th. Just hasn't refreshed yet. But I'm going to leave these gens down here, but I'll turn off auto sell. I'll just let the blocks, they stack up to 1,000 in a stack now with the new plugin. So whilst I'm building the gen area, I'm going to leave these up here running. Then I'll come back, collect, and see where we're at money-wise. But as for now, I'm finally going to get onto this. I'm digging the staircase, and I thought I heard lava, and I've dug into a cave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to block this cave up, the walls and stuff. Because I want this staircase where it is because it's centered. It's on this side of the base. So yeah, I think we're going to obviously get rid of this lava, cover the base up, but this is the level that I'll build the gens at anyway. The main room will be, the AFK spot will probably be right here. And then the gens will flow from all 4 directions into here. I just need to figure out how I'm going to get the gen to flow from this direction. I might have to... Well, thanks for the help, creeper. This last piece, block that up. Build it here, build a water elevator to go up level into this sort of gen pool area, and then it'll flow down into there. Always on me. I'm trying to record a video. So yeah, it's going to be a bit more hard work for me, but not too big of a deal. Okay, so I've got 4 of these little gen rooms set up with water going and everything. I'll start putting gens down soon. Yeah, so I ran into the issue where I only made these columns 1 block long. Therefore, when I go to do doubles on certain areas, it digs into the other area. So we've got some of these ones that are too tall and then have 2 columns up the top, and they'll still generate. We've got this here, and it's sort of over here too, it's back a bit. And then up here, because of the staircase, I'm going to do the main gens up here. And not going to be this side or this side. Do them up here, just have the water column here. But this should give us enough room for plenty of gens for now. I do need to try and find some ice, however, for these columns, because otherwise the blocks are just going to pile up and get stuck. But I need silk touch first, and then I need to go find a ice spikes biome or a snow biome or something, just something that has ice so I can fill this up with ice. But we'll do a quick check of our endstone gens. I've been doing this building for about 40 minutes now. If we have a look, we've got a stack of 1,000. Well, that's a full inventory. If we go sell, that was a build. And that was only in about 40 minutes. So with like 12 of these, we'll be able to get heaps of money. So I'm going to AFK these for a little bit again. And then I'm going to come back, finish off this last row of gens, and then I'm going to start putting the ice and putting the gens down. Okay, so once again, I AFK'd for about 10 minutes, and now we're at 2 bill. So if we go to Bell Top, refresh it, I'm 3rd now, and top is 5 bill. So I'm going to hold... Sorry guys. I'm going to hold number 1 for a long time, by the looks of it. Because I'm probably one of the only people on the server who's able to buy heaps and heaps of these. So, yeah. But for now, I'm going to make this staircase look nice. Finish this gen area, put them in, and then probably maybe start the gold farm. Not quite sure just yet. Okay, so I'm not too sure about what happened to the audio in this clip, but I was just showing off that I finally got the staircase done, got the gen area finished, and bought all the gens I needed as well. And I started getting that set up. I had the problem that mobs kept spawning, and they actually blew up the gen area, so I added a bit more glowstone in all the gen areas to prevent the mobs from spawning. I was going to add carpets as well, because I noticed spiders still were spawning. But it wasn't too much of a deal in the end. Spiders I can handle, it's creepers that annoy me, especially when I'm AFKing. And I don't want to waste totems, things like that. And so I basically just got the water columns done. I also went exploring shortly after this clip. I went and found an ice spikes biome, grabbed a bunch of ice, and finally got the gens set up properly. I didn't record this unfortunately, and I even started listing ice. I mined the entire ice spikes biome, so I listed some ice on the auction house for a bit of extra money because I knew players would be after it. But yeah, I was also explaining in the video how I should be able to afford better gens soon. Anyways guys, that ends off today's video. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to check out my Twitch to watch these videos live as they happen. Bye guys.
What you think she doing? That bitch wanna fucking kill me, I still do it. I thought you was money suit, but you still stupid.